Hi guys, good afternoon. Welcome back to my Kitchen Diaries channel. So for today, I just want to talk to all of you guys. How's everything? Um, how's the pandemic out there in the country that you're in? Um, what's happening? Um, how's the restriction? Anything that you can talk about, or that we can talk about, just let me know, because here in Scotland under we're still in lockdown. um, this is the second wave of the lockdown. So the first lockdown that we had was in March, and then yeah, and then it came back. Oh, I already forgot when was it. Maybe June, July. The restriction went off, and then it's back to normal, and not really back to normal, but a kind of a new normal to everyone. And what else? Then um, August, September, the cases still went up, and then up until we have the new variant of the virus, which originally came from the UK, from here in the UK. I'm not sure if Scotland has it, but or have it, but specifically in England. And so the government decided to, after Christmas Day, so that is from the 26th of December, all of Scotland is in lockdown for 3 weeks. At first it's for 3 weeks, so that will be up until like in the middle of January. But then again, it was changed, and now the lockdown is already up until the end of January. So that is the update here in Edinburgh specifically. So when we say lockdown, what do you really think about it is regarding the what type of restrictions in the economy that will affect the economy. So that will be the hospitality, so those pubs, restaurants, shops. So basically, if we are on a lockdown, those shops that are selling like food or anything like goods, then they're fine to open the shops. The pharmacy, it's also okay for them to open, like so that you can buy medicine, over the counter medicine. So yeah, so they're open. Those shops that are like, for example, the Chinese shop or the Asian shop, the Pakistani shop, those shops that sells vegetables or fruits, those kind of stuff, they are still open. But majority of the the restaurants, they are closed. Some of the, like, not really restaurant, but those takeaways, they're open. Fast food, they're open, like McDonald's, KFC, you know, those coffee shop, Starbucks, they're open, but it's only for takeaways. There's nothing for sit in, so you can't really sit and have a coffee inside. No, there's nothing like that. What else? The transportation, when it comes to that, it's fully opened. I think, yeah, it's fully open. There's no really restriction because there are still people who is going to work, not at home, right? Not in their home, but they're going to work outside their home. So that's why the transportation is still fine. So there's no restriction with the transportation. So buses is still up and running. I'm not sure with the timetable. I think it will be the same. Maybe just some routes, but majority, the transportation here in Edinburgh is okay. The train is okay. The tram, the buses, they're okay. The church, when it comes to the church, again, it's already closed now. So you won't be able to go to the church and hear a mass. So that's definitely the one as well. For exercise, it's okay for you guys to go out, to have a walk, to have a run, and for sure that's okay. I'm not entirely sure when it comes to like for the household if you can see each other, but currently we are not really seeing anyone apart from me and Alberto, so just to, you know, stay safe for both of us, and not only for both of us but for everyone, you know. If we stay home, then we won't be able to get it, and we won't be able to pass it to, you know, to others. So that's really the good thing, I think, to just stay safe, stay home, just stay home. If there's really nothing unnecessary for us to go, then, you know, we're just staying home. We went out first time in the city center. That was last Saturday. And so far, yeah, it's a bit quieter, you know. There's not much people walking in the street. It's just only a few people, really. Some area, like there's some area in Edinburgh that, you know, there's still like loads of people walking, you know, but majority there's none really. It's really different. And we went to KFC as well, so that means that they're open. McDonald's in Princess Street is closed, and also in the Waverley as well, they're closed. But KFC is open, but only for takeaways. The Waverley Mall is also open, but the rest of the what they call this, shop inside the mall, they're closed. So the one that I saw that is open is Sainsbury's. So Sainsbury's is open, and we're very strict, or, you know, Edinburgh, I think, is strict when it comes to mask. So if you're not wearing a mask and you went and you will go inside the shop, like the Waverly Mall example, then you will be sent out if you don't have a mask. So that's really good. It's just discipline for everyone as well. And what else? All the shops are closed, the clothing shops, and what else? But I think still people are walking down in the Princess Street. They're trying to maybe do some exercise or have a wee walk, as long as you're in one household, so basically, and in my case and in my son's case, we will just go out if we will be going for a grocery shopping. That's it. Other than that, we just pretty much stay at home 24/7. I'm just also privileged that I'm just working from home, and and at the same time helping my child, supporting my son's virtual or online class, which is it's a bit tiring, because I'm working and at the same time supporting my son's online class. But we should just be grateful for being healthy and alive, and what else, we're still fortunate that we can still eat, we have food, we have work, those kind of stuff. And what else? So yeah, that is so far the update of the lockdown here in Edinburgh. So it's more quieter. I'm not sure with the cases right now, but majority of the companies as well, like customer service companies or call center companies, they are advised that as much as possible, the employees should work from home. So the bank, the customer service industry, the call center industry, those kind of companies, they're advised to stay at home, work from home as of the moment. Even without the lockdown before, we're still advised that it's better to stay at home, and that is still the same advice since from March, so it didn't really change. So it's only when the employees have some different circumstances when it comes to like child care or mental health, those kind of stuff, then they are given this working to the office. So how about you guys? What are the things in your country where you're living right now, and what are the things that what are the restrictions? Is it really bad? Well, I am also, because I'm Filipino, I also been watching like a daily news from the Philippines. I think when it comes to the travel, it's restricted that if you are coming from the country that has the new variant of COVID, then you can't really enter Philippines. But if you are a Filipino citizen, I think you can. But I think you will just be quarantined for 14 days, even though you have a negative. So, but I think when it comes to like the people in the Philippines, like those people living in there, I think they're already now going back to normal, like new normal. So there's still like face mask, face shields, those kind of stuff. But the economy is now trying to start again, and I mean not start again, but people are already trying to have start their work. They can already go by public transportation, those kind of stuff. Not all though, but it depends on different cities in the Philippines, I think. That's what I watch from the news. So some city, if they don't really have like the cases is really low, then there is no ECQ, GCQ, whatever restriction is that. But I think it's more relaxed, I think, compared here. Well, it's cold outside as well. That's why it's it's better to just stay inside. So I think that's the only thing that I can say that it's good for winter with the lockdown, because it's cold, so there's no point to go out, and the malls or the shops here in Edinburgh is not really like huge or big shops. So it's, for me, it's not also very like welcoming, really. So yeah, I'm very interested to you guys what's happening in your world and in your places right now when it comes to the corona virus and when it comes to the pandemic. But hopefully soon, since the vaccine is already been rolled out to many countries, then hopefully that will be slowly going back to normal, like whatever is needed for for us to live, like travel, meeting with your loved ones, meeting with your families, your friends, working in the office, those kind of stuff. So it will be going back to normal, because in my opinion, these are vaccines. They're not like for cure, like 100%. They're to to give protection to our body that we won't be able to get it, the virus. So which is, for me, it's good, to protect yourself, because we don't know exactly if we will be able to have it. We don't know exactly if what's gonna happen, if we will survive, or if we're okay, or if we will if there will be like complications that will happen if we will get it. So that's why it's really best to protect ourselves and in that way. So it's really good. I would really encourage that people should see the benefit of the vaccine, and when it comes to the, what they call this, the effect, or the effect, the what is it called, the effect of the vaccine, it's really normal for a vaccine to have an effect, even just try to think it this way, that a kid, like when you have a baby, right, the baby should be vaccinated, right? Like the BCG, like for the newborn baby, they will be given BCG, and that vaccine is really like a bit strong, you know. So kids sometimes will really have a, it's either they will have a, you know, like the, what they call this, the where you put the, where the injection, you know, and sometimes, you know, the surrounding will be like red, or it will become you know, itchy, you know, those kind of stuff, and the baby will have a fever, you know. So those are just the side effect, you know, but it's just normal, as long as you will be able to know what to do if those side effects will if the baby will have a fever, then of course you will give paracetamol, you know, those kind of stuff. But so that just, it's the same thing with the vaccine for this virus, that sometimes you might get a side effects, sometimes you might not get even any side effects. So it depends on, you know, on the person, really, on your body, how it will react to the vaccine. But for me, as a medical I'm a nurse by profession, by the way. I learned that, yeah, it would be great if we will have this vaccine, and we will be vaccinated, because this is for our own good. Okay, this is for our own good. So I think different, you know, there are a lot of different what they call this, opinion about the vaccine, you know. But as I've said, for me, it's a good thing to protect yourself, and yeah, hopefully in God's time, everything will be back to normal, and everyone can enjoy the, you know, the leisure of going out, traveling abroad, going back where, you know, back to your place, home place, meeting with your friends, going for a party. Like us, in my company, we have a, you know, like annual awards night, but we haven't had last year because of this, and I don't think we will have it again this year. But it's okay, you know, it's for our own good. But soon it will be okay, and you know, stay safe, stay at home, protect yourself, be what they call this, go and have your vaccine if you have it. Don't worry about it, it's safe for everyone. And you know, try to read as much information as you can when it comes to, you know, if you have the symptoms of this kind of, you know, virus, then, you know, try to understand what are the things that you have to do. So, you know, there are different well, the main thing that, you know, that you will feel if you have it is, you know, loss of taste, fever, cough, and the cough is really like hard cough, like continuous hard cough. Then yeah, you should, here in Scotland, if we have these symptoms, then we have to call and have ourselves tested. So that's really good, so that we will be able to know that you know, if we have it, then we will not be going out, and, you know, because it's better not to transfer the the virus to other people. So that's why it's good that when you have it, when you have the what they call this, the, what is this, the symptoms, those three main symptoms, if you really have it, then try to call, try to call, I think, the GP, or they will advise you to have a test. And then if that would be good, really, for me. So yeah, I hope everyone is doing great. I hope that everyone is still positive of life. I know that it will be almost a year that we have this pandemic, and but we are still moving on. We're still positive that everything will be okay. God is with us, and let's just try to be let's try to help each other by staying at home. So I hope that maybe late next year we can already go back to normal, and I think I'm definite that it will happen. So if we really want to go back to normal, then we have to help ourselves to have our discipline of if we will be going out, we need to have a mask. It's not really 100% that you won't be able to get the virus if you're wearing a mask, but that is one protection. So it's a protection, guys. So here in Scotland, we don't really need to have a shield, so only a mask. So for me, there's no really point to have a shield if you already have a mask. But in the Philippines, they have a different way of doing it. So just follow what they advise you to do, because they won't advise you for your they will advise you because it's for your own good. So I always have a mask. I bought a lot of masks, like cloth, the cotton masks. I don't like those the disposable masks. It's very itchy when it comes to like this part, it's very itchy. So I don't like it. That's why I have a mask. It's a cotton, like made of cotton, or a cloth, and fabric. It's already getting cheaper. Before it was expensive. When I first bought, it's like expensive, Well, there are still expensive masks depending on the cloth and depending on the design, I think. Of course, it depends on the brand, because they're like already Lacoste, and there is Nike, Adidas, those like big brands. They're already making masks. So yeah, those are a bit, like expensive, I mean, not so much expensive, but if you compare it to like, there's mask that is only 50 pence or £1, in Poundland, or for £1 is like 3 masks, those kind of stuff. So as long as it will protect, you from the from whatever, this virus thing, then that would be great. So that is my experience, that is my opinion, and that is my story, and that is my update when it comes to lockdown here in Edinburgh, where I lived. So I hope you guys, wherever you are right now, I hope that please stay at home, and please stay safe, wear a mask, and also try to get the vaccine if you already have it. I mean, if you already have the opportunity to have it, then just get it, because they're very they're good protection for you guys. And yeah, so that's a long story. I hope that you will continue to watch my videos and my Kitchen Diaries channel. And I hope that you will still continue to watch, and please do subscribe to my channel and press the bell notification below so that you'll be notified in if I have a new uploaded videos. So thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much for watching, and have a good night everyone. Thank you. Bye.